a replay video for you because you get to know YouTube SEO in this live stream in a way that you rarely get anywhere else. And you don't even have to watch the whole replay. What I will do today with my live audience, hello everyone by the way, is that I will do the YouTube SEO for many different channels from the live audience. This way you will get to know the intricate details about doing the SEO for the different channels. And I bet there are some channels out there that are similar to your channel. So you learn a little bit more than, there are so many YouTube SEO tutorials out there, but rarely they touch on the details that are really relevant when you do the SEO for the different channels, right? So I will be leaving timestamps in the description so you can jump to each of the SEO for a different channel that I will do in this stream. And this way you can pick the ones or the one that is relevant to your own channel as well. So you can learn something beyond the generic YouTube SEO tutorials that you usually get when you search for YouTube SEO. So get ready, go to the description right now and there are these timestamps for you so you can pick a channel that is similar in the content that you produce or similar in the size of subscribers that you have as well. And I hope you get a lot out of this because that's, as I said, rarely done. So for me, it's now facing my live audience. Welcome everyone. It's great to see you all here already waiting in the stream and all. Great to be back once again. I'm kind of in a long hiatus. The last stream is quite a long time ago. So for me, back in the game and doing the core thing that I can really do best, SEO. So great to see here some new faces and old faces. Brian from Media Zeus. How you doing? Long time no see. As I said, mainly based on my inactivity for a long time. So yeah, Juvloka, how are you doing? I hope you don't have to miss soccer too much. He just said that currently soccer is going on. I don't know. I don't watch soccer, but I'm sure that some choose that over something else, some educational boring stuff, right? Deserving self-motivational new face, I think. How are you doing? Cozy Corner, how are you doing? Ambient, I love that genre. Rohit, how are you doing? Raphael, great to see you here again. Brusa, a new face, I think. Welcome. By the way, everyone who is new, the thing will be in a way that I will choose randomly from you in the audience for whom I will do the YouTube SEO. And this time I really will do the whole thing, optimize one video for you basically. So you see the whole process and understand how it's done and can use the metadata that I'll create for you if you want to. MGE, how are you doing? Quick Facts, how are you doing? All new faces. Soap School, an old face. Great to see you again. Andrew David, I think I know you, right? Tranquilology, new, welcome. Oltap, Uli Bias. Fishing, interesting. Andy, how are you doing? And Zen Speed and Mr. Cast Iron, Mike, how are you doing? All right, I would say you are here for the live reviews, right? That's the reason why you watched that. Otherwise, who caught the very beginning where I talked to the replay of yours, that's a different kind of way to consume the stuff later when you want to watch the replay as well. You can pick something that is similar to your own channel, but now you have the chance to get your own channel picked. So I would say we really do it no further waiting. Leave review in the chat and I will pick one of you as the random, winner to get the next review. Then we will do the review. And once we are done, I will answer maybe 1-2 questions in the chat. So feel free to leave a comment, a question. And then afterwards we do the next review and so on. And I think we will get 8 to 10 review, 8 to 10 me doing the SEO for you during the stream. So for you, it's a good chance to get picked. I mean, my audience is not this crazy big, so it's much better than the lottery, right? So I think let's do the Derjas, leichte Rezepte, danke, danke. Welcome to my channel, by the way. So how does it work? Too many buttons. Here we go. This is my tool showing everyone who wanted to get a review. And we can see whom to give the first SEO thing. Mr. Cast Iron. Awesome, awesome. It pays off to be in, I think, all of my streams, right? So let's do that. And everyone who didn't get a chance, I mean, in 10 minutes, we will do the next one. And as you see, if you have any questions, leave them as @Morningfame, as the note in the corner here says. I have a special screen here to filter that so that I can more easily track what is said in the stream. Because my multitasking skills are not the best ones. By the way, Media Zeus, thank you for the compliments. If you, during the stream when you're here, would be great if you could moderate a little bit. Same for, let's see, Raphael. That would be great as well. I'm just picking a few who I know well. Mike, of course. I all added you as moderators just right now. No worries. If you don't have time and leave the chat, I mean, it's no. I don't want you to get no obligations. But if there is something really weird going on, you now have the chance to moderate a little bit. Thank you for that. All right. Yeah, Jonathan, how are you doing? Fortune, how are you doing? And Film Productions. Great to have you all here. So we'll start with the first SEO for Mike, his cooking channel. And once we are done with this, the next one gets the chance to get a review and so on. So I will be asking you again after that. And so that everyone has an understanding what Mike's channel is about. You see here, it's Mr. Cast Iron. I mean, it's all about cooking with the cast iron. And you see kind of the things that he cooks here, right? So just for everyone to get an understanding what we'll be doing today, what I do is I open up the keyword research tool from Morningfame for his channel so that I can do the keyword research. And I will be using the techniques to find the proper search term to optimize the next video based on the first link in the description. So there you have a tutorial where I explain all the techniques. It's a good thing to watch or rewatch if you want, because that's the crucial point there in doing the keyword research. The most important part in doing the keyword research right is to find a search term where the competition is low enough for you. So when we are looking here at the Mr. Cast Iron channel, we see we have 7,500 subscribers. So it's not the smallest channel, but it's still a quite small channel, which is, you can't hear me. Oh, wow. Please let me know in the chat if you can hear me. Can you still not hear me? We can hear you. Okay, so shock. Okay, maybe you have to refresh your browser or something like that. We can hear you. Perfect. Okay, so relaunching YouTube worked. Okay, perfect. So where was I? So it's not the smallest channel, but it is a channel of a size where you can say you have to really look at the search terms, right? So when we use the Morningfame keyword research tool, but by the way, same for all the other keyword research tools. It's a general thing, right? VidIQ, TubeBuddy, you name it, right? When we enter something, so let's look at cast iron cooking, for example. That would be a very general term which describes not really a video topic, but general all the topics that Mike would cover, right? So we get an idea of what terms he could use for his videos. And we see, for example, the Mr. Cast Iron Cooking itself is too competitive. Yeah, for the other keyword research tools, it looks different how the competition is measured, but for Morningfame, it means that you want to have at least D, 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 B grades, and we see the red F grades here, which clearly tells the user that the competition is too high here. So you wouldn't want to optimize your video for a search term like this, where the competition is too high, because then you don't have a chance to rank. And if you don't rank, then your SEO doesn't have any effect. You won't get views via YouTube search, right? So this is the most crucial point. If you don't get that right, everything else doesn't matter. So we look at this, and cast iron skillet recipes, for example, yeah, would be something that would make sense. So we quickly check it here as a first idea. Irina, how are you doing? And we see it's too competitive still. How to care for cast iron. That could be a good idea as well. By the way, the technique that I'm applying here is that if you are a small channel, it's a good idea to think about the video topic that you want to do a video about first when you're doing the SEO. Don't record your video yet. Rather do the other way around. So we look for search terms that we could use, and based on that you decide what your video would be about, right? Iron skillet recipe is a completely different video than how to care for a cast iron, right? So this gives you more freedom to really find the search terms you have a good chance to rank for, and this way, you know, this more freedom it gives you more choice. And since you are usually a small channel, you don't have much choice, because in a competitive space, most search terms are taken by big channels, and you have to find those search terms where the big channels are not ranking yet, because they didn't do a video about. So if you are not set on your video topic, then you have more freedom to think about what could you do, which search terms you could use, right? So I'm going through those, and as you see, there's many Fs here. So as a small channel, you usually have this issue. But what we do here, MGE, by the way, I'm sure we have a gaming channel today. So stay tuned. Maybe it's you. So what we do here in the number 2 keywords tab, by the way, I recently found out that many users think they have to get the perfect scores here already. It's not the case. What you can do here, even though we have F grades, cooking with cast iron, yeah, is too competitive at this point. But what you can do is in steps 3, apply other methods to produce related search terms based on something that is not too competitive already. Yeah, I mean, we have a D grade for subscribers and only 2 F grades and a B for relevance. So as you see here in the footnote, the DDDB grades is basically Morningfame way to tell you the competition is low enough for you now to have a good chance to rank, right? So what we do here, 2 grades are already good. So we went from step 2 to step 3, and now we can apply other techniques to really find something that is related to that, but it's even less competitive. Yeah. And Trancology just had a good point here. What if a better search phrase in terms of scores, yeah, is too far removed from the actual topic of your video? That's what I'm doing here for Mike's channel. I'm not set on the exact video topic yet. When you do the keyword research before you actually are set on the video topic, the kind of video you want to produce, then you have more freedom. The research, when you do the SEO beforehand, before you even recorded your video, then it is okay that the search term that you find goes a little bit off topic than what you originally planned, because I'm sure even if the search term is a little bit of a different topic, you're creative enough to find the right story, the right thing, the content for the search term, a fitting one. So you just produce a little bit of a different video. And maybe it's just the beginning that it's a little bit different, and then you talk about the stuff that you originally wanted to talk about. As a small channel, this is really the most fundamental technique that makes difference for you. I see you are at the 553 subscribers. And for you, it's usually the case that you have too much competition. And give yourself this freedom. Do the SEO before you are set on the exact video topic that you want to do the video about. Makes your SEO so much easier. So as I said, we have this search term here. Yeah. And let's see if we have some related search terms. I use the suggestions plus here, for example, that gives us related search terms: cooking with cast iron, cooking with cast iron skillet. Maybe that's already less competitive. No, it is not. So it's a little bit trial and error, of course. Cast iron on open fire, for example. Here we go. We have a search term that has low enough competition. As you see, the grades are exactly as the footnote recommends. That's just, you know, how Morningfame works. But you can do basically the same in other keyword research tools. So this is good here for him. I hope this sounds interesting for you. I don't know. I think you cook outside from time to time. So on an open fire would be a good video idea. So take this one here. We go to the next one, and I forgot to, I have something special today. You know, I wanted to show it off to you. Let's go here to the next step. Soon I will be releasing a new nice feature here, because we are now in the number 4 optimize step, where you do the title, description and tags for your video. And I have this Get AI Title Ideas feature. I will be releasing that in 1 or 2 weeks. My hopes is on the 27th of December exactly, because the keyword research tool will be exactly 5 years old then. In 27th of December 2017, I actually released the very first version of the keyword research tool. So it would be good to celebrate its birthday, right? So what we have here, we take the search term we just found, and the AI recommends some more catchy video titles that, you know, make more people clicking, right? So, Fiery Adventures, cooking cast iron on an open fire. Why not? Revolutionary recipes, delicious meals, bon appetit, authentic cuisine, tasteful feast, outdoor cooking, unleashing the power of cast iron on an open fire. That sounds interesting. However, the relevance score is quite low, so we only get a D relevance. Let's see if we can boost that with the title. Cooking with, I'm paying attention to the tips here to get it up. Cooking with a cast iron on an open fire has unique challenges. I teach you how to get the fire, the heat evenly distributed. Is this a challenge when you have an open fire under your skillet? I don't know, you know. If you have, of course, a indoor kitchen, then it's easy to, not have a spot where everything gets burned, and on the outside nothing really gets cooked through. I'm not sure. Mike, you're the expert on that. You can explain it a little bit better. But what I basically did here, I put all the words of the search term into the description, and we are now boosting the title. So the title is 46% plus 28% from the description, and we get an A grade, which is the goal. So this both together is good enough to have a good chance to rank here. By the way, if anyone is confused about how that works exactly, here is a link, learn more, right below in the number 4 optimize tab, right below the relevance scoring here, which teaches you the exact rules how it works. But you don't even have to know them. You can actually, if you want, just follow the recommendations right below that basically on what you entered so far tells you what you have to do in order to improve your relevance score. So we have a catchy title here. We have done everything that we need in order to get a high SEO score, relevance score, which is important for the YouTube search algorithm. So we are done. Mike, I hope this helped. First review, first channel. That's it. I hope that helped. Okay, let's really get things moving. Leave review in the chat, and I will pick the next channel to do the SEO about. So we had a cooking channel just now, which is great. I hope many other viewers can benefit from that as well. And let's see what kind of channel we get next. Let me, in the meantime, check a little bit the questions. Hey Nico, would you do further analysis first before moving to step 4 to see if the term is being searched on Google or YouTube? Great question. Film production secrets. It depends on what you focus on. If you do want to rank your videos on Google as well, then it would be an important step to do. Actually, if you have a look here, that was the last search term. We have search volume here. So basically, you want to have a high number here, a green check and a high number. When you click on it, you get a little bit more details about it. When you have the keyword research tool installed for your own channel, then you have an additional note here, what the minimum search volume would be that you should target in order to for it to be lucrative for your own channel. And this way you have a little bit of an understanding. If it wouldn't be enough, then this 24 would turn red to warn you about it. So you don't have to use the further analysis to really go into the details here. However, if you want to rank your video on Google as well, which is basically not doing much extra here, then that would be an interesting step. Just for everyone who wonders about that, Here we have Google Search support in this tool when you go to the menu. And here is a Learn More link that gives you a tutorial where I explain how to use in the further analysis for Google, the search results as well, Google Trends, in this context. Yeah. So basically you ensure that on Google we have a carousel for videos, and we do have it here. This would be the important part when you have Google search turned on, that videos are indeed ranking directly on the search results page. That's what you ensure. And other than that, the double check mark already ensures that you basically have search volume. Great question. I hope this answered it good enough for you. All right, yeah, you're welcome. Hi Eva, how are you doing? Long time no see. Wow, baby bubble, welcome to my channel, by the way. Jeremy, how are you doing? Techie, how are you doing? All right, we have collected new channels that want to have a review here. So let's see. Let's pick the next winner for the next review. All right, Jeremy. So it's your turn. Awesome, awesome. Let me quickly open up the tool for that. So I can't remember what your channel will be about, was about, but we will shortly see that. In the meantime, AMOK music. We will be. I hope we will have a music channel today as well, so you can get a good idea about best words, keywords for music as well. But basically, if you want to learn it yourself, how to find them, the first link in the description explains you very easily the different techniques that you can use in order to find those best keywords. These are the same techniques that I will be applying today, but hopefully we get a music channel today as well. So let's have a quick look. His channel is, Jeremy's channel is about, tech, IT, right? So installing software, practical IT, I think administration, right? I see VirtualBox, so setting up a virtual PC, for example, Linux. You just didn't see this Linux part here, for example. So tech stuff, right? Let me quickly open up the keyword research tool for him so that we can do the research. What you see now, his channel is 4,000 subscribers. So this time we have a even smaller channel. And here it's again, the smaller you are, the less choice of search terms, proper search terms you have. That means that it is important to be open-minded what your video would be about, because this way you have much more choice in finding the right search terms because they are rather few and far in between, compared to when you have already recorded a certain video and you want to find a search term that really matches the topic of the video you already produced, right? This time, let's do it a little bit different. The starting point, here we don't just enter a topic here, but instead, let's go to his channel and use his most popular video. Yeah, so popular. Let's do a popular video here. Awesome. The Fox server. You seem to have quite a few. I don't know what the Fox server is exactly. Maybe you can tell me in the comments. But it's, of course, if you administrate systems, then you have to set up proper software that people need and stuff like this, right? So what we do now is we paste the video link. You can see it right here. So we have a different starting point. We don't just start with a search term that probably is roughly the topic the channel is about, but instead we look up, you know, what are the videos ranking similar to the video that Jeremy produced. We can see here his video, and there are some similar videos from other channels as well, right? So we can go into that and see in the second step, what are the search terms here. Disk imaging software. I assume this is disk imaging software, the Fox server, right? It's PC imaging. I see. I see. So basically what you can say, everyone who is not an IT tech person, it is about, you know, a kind of a backup of a whole system, so that you, for example, if your system, your laptop fell into the water, you buy a new laptop, you can just put the whole installation of the whole system in one time onto the laptop, and it's as the previous one. Restore the backup, yeah? By the way, Techie, we are focusing on YouTube SEO today, but for a 700K subscribers channel, which is an impressive size, you probably want to do it a little bit different. On my channel, there's one of the recent videos, there's one called a keyword research tool for browse and suggested. Look at that. Completely different strategy. That's the one you want. Okay, so disk imaging software, interesting. Yeah, let's look at that a little bit. Maybe we copy this one and start with disk imaging software here to get a little bit more about an idea what could be the different disk imaging softwares that are out there, right? So C drive to SSD, Windows 10, free edition, Macrium. Interesting, it's a different software. So you can this way find a little bit of other software that you might cover as well. Your Fox server videos were very successful. I mean, we could see here that two of your most successful videos were on the Fox server. So maybe it's a good idea to do different disk imaging software videos as well. And we can see here, for example, Macrium Reflect Free Edition. Maybe it's an idea too. I don't know too much about your niche, right? But this would be some idea of a bigger strategy here to cover many different disk imaging software, so that you basically have videos for all the different needs of your audience, right? Amok Music, I will be asking for the next review when we are ready with this one, and then you will know how it's done. You have a chance to get a review as well. So are you okay with trying this one out? I mean, you get the idea, right? So we try this software here, clone Windows. It's also Windows. Okay, I was fearing that this was maybe Macintosh, but it is apparently not. No, it's not. So this one could be a good idea, but it is still a little bit too competitive. So Macrium Reflect is the software name, right? Free edition. Okay, it's cool that they have a free edition. Let's do a different technique now, just so everyone gets a idea of what we can do. We can do the alphabet method. So we use the software name and now A, alternative. Ah, interesting. And we are done. This is Macrium Reflect Alternative. This could be something that you can do, right? Or let's see what we have. Automatic restore. How to do it with this software, right? Many different ideas, but you know that alphabet method is rather about going through the alphabet. So B, backup tutorial, backup image, bootable, boot repair, kind of, you know, you can already understand, like you use the software and suddenly you have all these different questions that people ask. How, you know, basically a user guide for the software. There are many questions that people have, and going through the alphabet like this, you can already see what they are asking about. And if you're open-minded about this software in particular, then that is a good idea to produce videos about those, all of those, right? There's so much choice, as you can see here. Format drive, kind of when you restore this image and set up a new PC this way, and so on. But we basically have a search term already. I could go through many different search terms here, but just to go a little bit further, to finalize that, we can use, if you're open to do a video about that, this one would be one where you can rank. And as I showed before already, I'm planning to publish soon this Get AI title ideas, so we can make something that is very boring, right? A little bit more enticing. Experience wonder of Macrim. Okay, this is not very usable. It's an AI after all. It's not perfect. The reckoning of backup product. Accomplish more with alternative Macrium Reflect. This is interesting. For example, this is an idea. If we could use it, we fine tune it a little bit. Yeah, accomplish more with alternative to Macrium Reflect. So this kind of the idea. We do a video about all the users who consider using Macrium Reflect and assume this is not the best software. There's better software out there. You could accomplish more if you don't use Macrium Reflect, but instead use these alternative. Accomplish more with these alternatives to Macrium Reflect. So this way, you catch all the people who want to find out more about, they know Macrium Reflect would be the software they could use for their intentions, right? But maybe there are alternatives that are better. And this way you win the click. And at the same time, you have the SEO for the search term. Unfortunately, the plural of alternative breaks the SEO a little bit. So let's do it singular. Accomplish more with this alternative to Macrium Reflect. And the reason why people click this title is, of course, they want to find out what is the good alternative that allows you to accomplish more. And as you see, the relevance score is high enough. We want to have at least a B grade here. So this is all you need to do. This is the title. We don't even need a description. For ranking in YouTube search, this title is all you need to do. All right. I hope that helped. You know, before I answer a few questions in the chat, let's go straight away. Who wants to have the next review? Leave review in the comments, in the chat, and I will pick someone randomly again. And yeah, by the way, no need to double post in the chat. The tool counts everyone only once. All right, I see all coming in. Toffa, how are you doing? New to the channel, right? Mugetsu, great to see you as well. I think I remember you from the comments. The Dennis Ball Show, how are you doing? Female Trader, how are you doing? Anyum, how are you doing? All right, great to have you all here. Toad in the hole. Gaming channel, right? So let's see if we get a gaming channel today as well. Anisi, how are you doing? Kuguma? Reiko, how are you doing? All right, let me quickly check if I had some questions here. Quick facts, your question about how to niche, how you find your niche. I think the whole niche, I think the best thing that you can do in order to find your niche is to go to a previous live stream that I did. Yeah, it's very small to see right now. But here we go. Can I do it a little bit bigger? Here, this one. This was the previous live stream that I did. It's only about finding niches, only about looking at niches for many different channels. So you have the same advantage as we have in the stream today. We are actually talking about in detail about many different niches, not like the standard generic tutorial where we have to explain something, specific that works basically for everyone. You see how to find niches for many different ones, and I think I can't remember, but I think like there was this channel similar to you from the kind of thing that you probably do, this quick facts, if your channel is about what it sounds like from the channel title. And next question, what should I pay attention for keyword research for shorts instead of long form videos? Great question, Jonathan. For shorts, it is a completely different story. You probably don't want to do YouTube SEO for shorts at all. It is possible to rank your videos in search, your shorts in search as well. You can do the regular YouTube SEO, but it only works well for, for me it worked, for example, for a Q&A type of video for people that have question about how to grow with YouTube Shorts. And then, of course, if they search for this and they find a tutorial that is a short itself, it's okay. But usually, if you really want to find knowledge, when you look about an educational channel, and it sounds like your channel is about education as well, communication skills, right? Then you need longer videos to really have a proper explanation. So what you probably want to look at instead is you optimize your shorts for short tail search terms. So 2 or 3 word search terms that are usually too competitive to rank your videos. Usually you try to optimize them for that, and you play a different game. Shorts should be very well edited so they hook you in the very first seconds. Ideally they watched it in a loop 2 times, stuff like this. So the regular advice. But when you optimize the video title, the shorts title, it's only about the title, by the way. You just pick a search term that is usually too competitive for you, because then the algorithm for shorts is hopefully able to detect what your short is about and then present it to viewer who watch similar shorts about similar topics, and this way get into the shorts feeds. Shorts really grow with the short feed and not with YouTube search. When we do YouTube SEO, we are focusing on the YouTube search algorithm. So SEO is not really the primary way to optimize your shorts, but you can apply the same thinking but you don't have to care about whether the search term has low enough competition. It's only about explaining the topic of the short properly, and it's the algorithm uses it in different terms. I hope this is clear enough. Yeah, it's a little bit more complicated. Shorts work just a little different. What you can do to really optimize your shorts, a different strategy is the one that is so far the most usable one. Check out this here on my channel. Check out this video and then watch this video. This whole strategy in here is the one that is the best shot for shorts these days. Yeah. I don't think there are any other strategies out there yet. Shorts is kind of cutting edge at this point. Anyway, so we are ready to get the next review SEO. Choose the next channel. Here we go. It's a little bit larger list now, so let's see. You can't see all at the same time. Maybe can do it a little bit smaller here. All right, Jan, it's your turn next. Let's check that out. All right. Takes a little bit time. Okay. Here, let me show you Jan's channel, even smaller than the ones before. 1,500 subscribers. Not the smallest channel, of course, but yeah, starting out. Immigration expert, speaker. So you do legal stuff, kind of helping people with their visa and stuff like this. Check immigration, temporary residence, then finding a flat. I see. Okay, interesting. So how to get a work permit? You indeed help them with moving to the Czech Republic, I assume. That's your main focus. Helping with everything that is relevant there, right? Getting the visa, getting work permit, finding a flat, everything that is necessary for the move, right? Interesting. So let's see what we can do for you. So let me quickly open up the keyword research tool for you. And I think was the right size. And let me see how I would approach that for you this time. So we have here a little bit of a where I can see the tags of your recent videos. So this gives me a little bit of an idea what you're optimizing for. Long-term visa, residence permit. Okay, this one has visa from Pakistan. I see. Czech Republic visa. Okay, let's do it a little bit like this. Again, here, the best thing that you can do is to do your research before you even record the video, because that gives you so much more choice in search terms that you can use. So what we do here, Czech Republic visa. Let's see. What we do here is the technique. Just look at the search bar suggestion, right? We do Czech Republic visa, and we see for Pakistani, and you obviously already did that in your recent videos. Techie, the AI title suggestions videos, I hope to release it on the 27th of December, plus minus a few days, so soon. For Indian, from Dubai, processing time from India. I see Bangladeshi. I mean, I see right away, right? We can go through all the different countries, right? So did you ensure already that you have videos for all the most popular countries. So Pakistan, India, Bangladesh, Malayalam is Malaysia, right? I don't know if you already see that or it's cut off in the. Here's the search term for Malayalam. So these people are probably rather looking for their language. So did you ensure that? Let me see. Did you say something in the comments here? So it's basically, yeah, I even mistyped it here. Visa. Let's do, by the way, you don't have to go through these steps all the time. You can also start in the search tab directly, in number 3 search tab. Since I already had these ideas, right, for the different countries, so that you have done a few, yeah, great. Make sure that you cover all the other ones. My recommendation would be check out your analytics from which countries people are watching your videos, and check whether any of those countries you already have viewers from, you don't have a video about the visa application process. Because of course it's a little bit different for each country, right? I know that because I moved to the US, for example, and went through all that a little bit myself. So what you can do here, Czech Republic visa, and go through the alphabet, by the way, right? So you can find all the different countries from Saudi Arabia, for example. This is the French forgot how the country really is called. Algeria in German, but not in English. I don't know. Here we have a search term that is already good enough for you to rank here. Do you have one? Yeah, as you say, Media Zeus, all these search terms are one video, right? So here it is mixed up a little bit, not exact Czech Republic visa as I typed in. It moved it around, but it doesn't matter, right? And we have Algeria, you know the country there. I don't know the English pronunciation. Saudi Arabia. It's also good enough. Interesting. So you can rank for quite a lot of those here. Then we do B, Bangladesh. What do we have here? No country at least. Dubai, of course. We have here Dubai. Yeah, Spanish countries. Sometimes they are looking for tutorials in other languages, of course. So not just English. Pakistan. And so on. You know the idea, right? We go through and then we find all the different countries. Since we are typing in Malaysia, Kuwait, Korea. Yeah, you get the idea. That's the power of the alphabet method. And first we had, what was the previous one? As search history is, yeah, here we go. So that was the first one we found. And again, I'm curious what the AI will tell about that. So we want to optimize it here. And this is the new feature that everyone will get soon. Let's see. Something a little bit more catchy, right? Exploring Czech Republic and Algeria on a visa. This is a different video topic. Don't mind that. So travelers unlocking. It didn't get it right. Visitors videos visa. It thinks we want to travel in both countries. Your ticket to adventure. Okay, this is unfortunately this case not usable because we are not giving it a lot, right? Visa, Czech Republic, Algeria, Algeria, French pronunciation. Anyway, we can use that as inspiration, right? It's all about, you know, making it a little bit more compelling. So visa problems. Yeah, that was actually a bad search term here. Let me do the other one. It's kind of easier to do then, right? Because this was a French search term in a sense. So I think people expected a French video anyway. So it would be important. You know, you always have to be a little bit cautious here. What I mean here is that probably here, as you see, the videos ranking here are all in French already, even a different language here. So you see, this is usually in French, or this is, I think, Arabic, which they speak in Algeria. Again, don't know the pronunciation of the country. Anyway, so it is not a good idea to rank an English video here. So if you're not sure if which language the videos should be in when you rank them there, just check the results, what is already ranking there. And that's certainly what the people expect. Otherwise, YouTube search wouldn't show those videos here. Luckily, I was a little bit struggling with the title and was rethinking what the search term was about. I would have done an error here. If you produce English videos for a search term where French videos should rank, as we just saw in the results, then it will maybe rank at first in the first days at the top, but it will quickly lose ranks because people don't expect an English video there. Yeah. So pay attention to that. Anyway, so let's do this one instead. And maybe the AI gets it better here because we have it a little bit spelled out here. Securing your Czech Republic visa from Saudi Arabia. It's already a little bit more enticing, right? And you get a really great relevance score for that, as you see in the preview already. Finding freedom. Why not? Making it possible from Saudi Arabia. That's also intriguing, right? It's already something that you can use. Some choices here right off the gate. The gateway to Europe from interesting. This one, Czech Republic, the gateway to Europe for Saudis. I mean, I'm not sure. Is it the gateway to Europe for them? Like this way, as you know, if you get a visa in Europe somewhere, I probably can freely travel in the rest of Europe as well. I'm not sure. You have to double check whether this is actually right. But you see, this title is a good one. This title is a good one. Or this title is a good one. For all of those titles, your SEO is good enough because we only need at least B grades, and you see the percentage score is already way beyond what is necessary for that. But if you really want to go like this catchy thing here, Czech Republic, the gateway to Europe for Saudis, yeah, then the SEO is not good enough. So we need to boost it with the description. And here it says, get your Czech Republic visa, no? Czech Republic visa from Saudi Arabia. Yeah. With these simple steps. Anyway, it should make sense to read what it's in there, but all you need to do is really to include all the words from the search term here at the top. And you know, you don't have to do much here. No one really reads it. So just write down what the video is about in a few sentences. Shouldn't take longer than 30 seconds. You don't have to write something fancy here. But now we have a title boost. And this way the bad title is boosted a little bit, but we see it's still a relevance score of D. It's not good enough. Yeah. So we can't have too much freedom here. As you can see in this title, we only have Czech Republic in there. There's too many words missing from the search term in the title. So the relevance score is quite bad. So I would rather use something that is high relevance to begin with, like this one, and call it a day. So this is something that you could use. I hope this helped. I mean, yeah, interesting. By the way, just to reiterate, what we are doing here is we include the terms of the search term into the title, and as you saw in the description as well, which is not always necessary. If the title is good enough already, then the description doesn't have an impact anymore. So we didn't need this exactly with this title. And then we add a few extra words as the AI suggests here, just so that more people are enticed to click. This is always helpful for the success of videos. So we do both. Yeah, for the machine, the SEO is for the search algorithm, and the extra words is to entice more people to click. So more engagement, more clicks on the videos is always boosting stuff. So without further ado, yeah, let me know in the chat who wants the review. Write a review down there, and I pick the next one randomly. And quick facts, maybe it's you. Let's see if you are lucky today. So let's see. Were there some few questions here? Uli Bayers, Köderkunst, yes, it will work in German. I actually tested it for so many different languages. I'm impressed. It's based on OpenAI. It really speaks all the languages in the world. I tested it Hindi, French, Spanish, of course, the main languages. What did I? Swahili. It's crazy. It really works for all the different languages. So German in particular as well. Hi Pam, how are you doing? Hi Dan, relaxing music for sleeping. How are you doing? Great to have you on here. And of course, Techie, let's see, do we have other? Venkate-san, Ramdos, you are asking about the daily reports. This is too off topic for the stream today. Let's keep it at SEO only. But feel free, just respond to any Morningfame email if you have a question about that. But tomorrow I will do customer support, email support again, and I'm happy to write you a response explaining a little bit more about it. Just let me know your questions via email, and I'm happy to help. Since he asked about the analytics part of Morningfame, which is not too, it's a different topic today. And let's see. Okay, Techie, with the number 5 track tab, I can do a little bit of a explanation. Let me quickly do that. Everyone who uses the research tool, we are still waiting. Sees I created a new tab here in the keyword research tool, the number 5 track tab. And the idea is, of course, these first steps are all about finding the right search term. That's what we are doing today. then optimizing the metadata to craft the title, the description tags, thumbnail, and so on. You can do everything in there. And then finally, we want to track if our SEO is really working. So you have a tab here that tells you a little bit more. This is my live stream that just started. Of course, there's no traffic data available yet. What we do here, for example, my last video, we can see here the traffic that we actually get from YouTube search and Google search. As you know, this tool is designed to optimize for search and for Google search as well. If you turn on the Google search support in the menu above here. And everyone who's wondering how that works, there's a tutorial here about Google search. So that's the reason why I show here the search traffic from YouTube and the Google search traffic as well. So you can basically track here. This was a live stream that's not optimized for search. These were not optimized for search either. But here, for example, that was one of my latest videos that I heavily optimized for search. You can see like how it became an evergreen video. Oh, by the way, the guy who asked about how to optimize shorts, feel free to watch this one. It's quite interesting. I think I'm telling more about that in there. Anyway, so the idea is here, of course, to track where you get views from. You can see even the search term that's bringing you the views during this time period, the last month that is shown here. So the top search terms that are bringing you views, but mostly it's many different search terms. So many more views than those that only focus on one search term. So you can basically see whether your SEO is working and you can check your rankings. That's what people ask for. Yeah. So you can see your rankings. Yeah, you get the idea. And if you're not ranking, it's linking to a troubleshooting guide, where I put every knowledge that I learned over the years into to help you figure out why your SEO is not working. So that's all there is to it, I think. Techie, I don't know, does it answer your question? It's really mainly about being able to check your rankings based on your tags. But keep in mind, everyone who wants to use this feature, your video, this video is not ranking #1 because I have it as a tag here. It is ranking #1 here because of the title and maybe the description, but not because of the tag. The tag is only used to give the tool an idea which search terms to check for. Yeah. Tags don't matter. It's just like this. So yeah, don't worry about really adding tags or not. SEO can work without tags. All right. I hope that helped a little bit. Now we can check who wants to get a review. Here we go. Let's pick the next winner. Let's see. Hi, Vinny. How are you doing, by the way? Gaming Patsala. How are you doing, old friend? All right. You're our next. So we do indeed have a gaming channel today. That was asked before. So that's good to have in here as well. Gerald, new to the channel, right? How are you doing? And Mike, how are you doing, old pal? Nuggets, you're new as well. Welcome. So since probably a lot of new people are there, what we are doing today is, of course, the YouTube SEO for many different channels. And if you're interested later to rewatch this stream, I will be leaving timestamps in the description for all the different reviews for the SEO for different channels, because if you don't happen to be lucky enough to get done the SEO for your channel in particular, this is so great that I can do different channels in the streams, and hopefully we will cover all the different niches. And by the way, you'll see already in the description, I did this exact same live stream a while back as well. So there are, I think, 7 or so or 8 different channels where I did the SEO as well for them. So chances are with this live stream and the other live stream that there is another channel in a similar niche as you are, similar size as you are. So you can see how the SEO is done for those channels in particular. Because I bet there's oftentimes like intricate details that the regular YouTube SEOs channels just YouTube SEO tutorials just don't teach. Because when you publish as a YouTube tips channel a tutorial about that, you have to make it in a way that it is working for all the different channels. Otherwise, if I would only do a gaming SEO tutorial, then only the gaming channels would be interested in watching that. So you rarely have that. Here in the live stream, yet you can revisit the SEO for one particular channel in a particular niche as you are as well. So I hope this is extra value for you. Okay, so as we said, we have a gaming channel today as well. And here we see, oh, I was wrong, right? You are about smartphones. You do smartphones review. You have smartphone gaming with smartphones, right? FPS meter. So you check, you know. Awesome. Yeah. Check the frame rates when you play games on the smartphones, right? Do I understand this correct? This is an interesting thing. When we look at this channel, it's 50,000 subscribers. So here, certainly with this channel that you have, Techie, you certainly would want to use SEO still. I said before that for your main channel, 600K plus channel, you would use a different growth strategy. Here, it's still SEO, the best choice. And but that said, I bet you still have the issue that this is quite competitive. Yeah. So let's see what we can do here. Let me quickly open up the keyword research tool for your channel. So here we go. How do I approach this? It's a little bit tricky all the time, of course, because I don't know these channels too well. If you are your creator yourself, then you have a much better idea than I do. I see. Phone gaming channel in India, it's BGMI, like PUBG. So it's a special game that you play with these. Interesting. Okay, I see. Oh, that's very specific. Is it super specific? I mean, one game that you cover, and then the different phones. Interesting. Probably PUBG, you say it's a similar game like this. So I assume it is a very popular game. Like almost everyone is playing it, basically saying, right? So let's see. Budget phone for BGMI. Best. So that's basically what your channel is about, right? So we already have a search term that is good enough. It seems though, let me check again. We don't have many search terms here. It's kind of a little bit tricky. This is not a search term that is often used, it seems. It's very specific. Let's see if we can get... I'm looking at the red X here, right? This is a feature. I don't know if any other search keyword tool actually has some feature like this. You want to have a green check, but you get a red X, because it seems to be a very specific term that is rarely used. A little bit, obviously, because it shows up in the search bar suggestions after all, but let's see. Gaming phone under 20,000 rupees, I think, right? So best gaming phone. Let's see. Gaming phone BGMI. Let's see this one. This looks much better. And here you can see. It's easy to find a search term for you because you are already a quite big channel. So the competition doesn't have to be very low. So since you are very niche down already, I mean, I have to say, yeah, usually people are not as niche down. This is really a big quality here. You are focusing on a certain popular game, yeah. A popular game it has to be, because otherwise you wouldn't have enough audience in this niche. If you focus on a particular indie game, you know, where only a few thousand people play it in the world, although it might be a great game, it's not very popular. So that wouldn't warrant to do a whole channel about it. But BGMI is obviously a very popular game, if it's similar to PUBG. Let's see if I know this one. We have a screenshot here somewhere. No. But anyway, so you have a large audience and you focus on gaming phones for that. So it's very specific, and this way you already by design ensure that the competition can't be too high. Because as you see here, gaming phone gaming test, you know, this is already all videos about gaming phones in particular, but not for certain games. Here we have one that is specifically for this game, but most, you see, this is not about this game. This is not about this game. This it is, yeah, PUBG and BGMI, but this is again not about this particular game. So if people are looking for a gaming phone to play this game, then of course they want to watch rather your videos than other videos, because you specifically cater to that audience. And it seems that not many do that. So this naturally makes it less competitive for you. So obviously, this is a search term that you can already use. I bet you have much more choice there to optimize, create videos for in this particular niche. And here again, that new feature that I will be releasing soon. Let's see what the AI talks about that. A gaming phone BGMI revolution. If you ever have that kind of phone coming up, that sounds intriguing. Ready for action. I mean, look at that, yeah? You have enough relevance already. We at least want to have a B grade. That's then good enough. So BGMI gaming phone. Ready for action. Like, I mean, ready for action. That conveys emotions, right? And so you have optimized it well, as you can see, for YouTube search. But at the same time, it's more enticing to click, right? Emotions is so important, and if you put it in the in the title, and ideally, of course, also in the thumbnail, right? I mean, if you compare it to all the other thumbnails that are ranking there, which of those have emotions? Not really, right? I mean, a little bit. Yeah, but not really emotions. No emotion at all, no emotion at all, no emotion at all. So those two here do have a little bit emotion, but not much. Not much. I mean, you can do much more here. Just, did you see the thumbnail for my live stream today? That's what I mean with emotion. Do I have this thumbnail? available here. I mean, I can't really make it big enough here. But yeah, you see it a little bit, right? I mean, there's emotion, yeah? So use that to the advantage. All these videos ranking there are quite dry in their thumbnails. And as we try to do with the title, convey more emotions with your thumbnails. I mean, the simple fact that you could just do the phone and then put fire behind it, just do the same thing that I just did with my live stream. We use the fire emoji all the time for the same reason as well. So try that maybe, for example. So get more people to click with that. And I hope this new feature with the AI title ideas, which actually tries to do that, the perfect match for gamers, right? I mean, that gives emotion. And we have to use it to our advantage to win more people to click this video instead of the competitors' videos. That's how we crush the competition. If they click our videos rather than the other ones, then our video not only ranks thanks to the SEO that we are doing today, but also over time will rank higher and higher, because the click-through rate will eventually decide how high your video ranks. And if you win more clicks, the video will have it easier to compete with the other ranking videos. And most likely, if you do a much better job with the thumbnail and the title, making people click, then your numbers, your click-through rate is just better than the competition, and YouTube search ranks the better videos higher, and then you stay at the top. That is, of course, our goal. I hope that helped. I would say let's do right away. Let me know in the chat, review if you want a review, and then we pick the next channel randomly again to do the next review. Yeah, Techie, I hope this helped a little bit. Yeah, and by the way, this whole thing that I just explained with this click-through rate and all that thumbnail title, that works. That is super important also if you have a much larger channel that doesn't use SEO anymore, like your main channel, possibly, yeah. And there, apply the same things. Dennis Ball Show, question on categorizing videos. I have a talk show about music and bands. Would that be called music, even though it's not music, but also has comedy elements? You're talking about the category that you can select when you upload your video in YouTube Studio, right? I would probably not use music, but rather use maybe comedy or something else. But quite frankly, the category that you can select in the upload form does not matter. It really does. I don't think YouTube even uses it anywhere at this point. Maybe sometimes with the music, if you really have music, so it may appear in the music app more easily. I don't know about that. But since you have a show there, you don't. It doesn't fit the music app where people intend, like on Spotify, to listen to music only, right? So it doesn't matter. This is kind of a relic of old times where the category was still used. Just pick anything you think matches and forget about it. It's really unimportant. Hi, lonely rocker. Yeah, fire emojis. Important. Yeah, emotions. It's important. Unfortunately, I have a tool to pick the winner emotionless, so to make it fair for everyone. Hi, Darren. How are you doing, by the way? Fitness health, how are you doing? Let's see what we have. Fitness health, what we are doing now is picking someone for whom I will do the YouTube SEO. So everyone, MadPack, long time no see, great to have you here. For everyone who came in later, what we do here is do the full YouTube SEO for probably your next one of your next videos here on the channel, so we can learn a little bit about the details that might be specific to your own niche. And if you are not lucky enough to get your review today in the stream, I will be leaving timestamps in the description so you can rewatch some of those reviews from other channels that are hopefully similar in type and size than yours channel, so you can learn something practical there instead. So okay, I think that is all of the questions so far. Let's go to the next review. I've got channels here, so everyone in here, pick a winner. Let's see who's the lucky next person. Dennis Bolshow, it's you. Awesome. Since I just answered your question about the category, really, when we are talking about optimizing our videos, yeah, what really matters is the video title and nothing else really. The description a little bit, yeah. For long form videos, the description matters a little bit. We see that in the tool. I mean, you saw it in the previous SEO that I did. Can say a little bit more about it now with the next review. But other than that, for shorts, the title is only relevant. The description not at all. I did a data study on that before. Live streams are optimized the same way as long form videos. And then there is, of course, non-SEO growth strategies based on other algorithms browsed and suggested, namely, and there it's the video topic itself. There's not even the title, only to a little extent relevant. This works on a completely different level. So, yeah, video category is irrelevant. And if you have so many other options there, in the upload page, and really what you only have to care about is the title mainly. So let's have a look at his channel. Here we go, a few of his thumbnails. What is it about? Christmas? Huh. You just said, right? It's not, it's a little bit comedy show, lifestyle. This is interesting. About music and bands. What you do here is something entertainment based. And entertainment is a little bit tricky oftentimes to optimize for search. Luckily, you have the situation that you can optimize around the type of music, the bands that you cover in your videos. So this is a handle to get started with your SEO. Christmas Outer Space. It's a little bit about you, face reveal, interesting. So that's for your audience. You wouldn't optimize that for search necessarily. Okay. Yeah, to get a few more ideas. Puppet interview, cool puppet show, puppet sketch comedy. I see dad jokes. You know do you know the channel We Got the Chocolates? A great one. Puppet Show. Is Puppet Show a band of some sort? Moog album, George Harrison. I mean, here we have a good example, right? We have the artist. No, not the link. We have the artist, and we can enter that and see what people are searching for. Yeah. In your case, it's oftentimes if you are in a music channel, music related, it's risk. You're probably risking to get mixed up with actual music videos. So when we are looking here, for example, if you do like your show on George Harrison, you would first, for example, What is Life? I assume this is a song that you are covering, right? A song from George Harrison. So you would check the search results first. If you have a search term where you consider maybe you could do a show about, what are the videos that are ranking there? And here we see Vivo, so I'm sure that it is just the music. And this looks like cover art, so live. So it's all just the music, yeah, drum cover. So it's listening to the music primarily. So when people search for that, they expect to listen to music. They don't want to have a show about it. Yeah, so be careful. If you would want to rank here, then check first if there is non-just music videos ranking there already. Because you have to understand that the YouTube search algorithm works in a way that it's trying to figure out what the viewers really want when they enter certain search terms. And just from the search term, we humans would probably assume, and I just assumed so too naturally, that it's probably people searching for the music itself. But the algorithm doesn't know that. So if years ago, probably already, it starts ranking all kinds of different videos, and maybe videos that are not the music, but music shows like you do, comedy about it, talking about it, like the fandom part of it. And it will then rank all the different kinds of videos, but it will afterwards see which videos actually get clicked by the viewers. And the fact that only the music videos rank here at this point means that people want to listen to the music and not see a related show to that. So for that reason, it started to rank only the music videos here. So when you do that, always check the search results whether something ranks there that is not just the music video. I think that's very important for you. And hi Deej, how are you doing? So let's see if how can we do this for your show? Because this is quite tricky to not just do the videos, the music here, reaction, yeah, maybe it's tricky. How do we find search terms that are describing something in your show, which is probably a band name, a song name, but at the same time is not just the music? That's a tricky thing. I mean, I could use the alphabet method. This is oftentimes, if I have to think outside the box, then this is oftentimes, we take an artist that you want to cover next. This would be the approach here. And then go through everything that is listed here. So A, and then B, and C, and so on. And now I unfortunately don't know all the songs that George Harrison produced. So it sounds like all songs here. Concert, so it's also listening to the music. That cheer down live, business, camp, chance. Okay, all songs. Ah, documentary. This, for example, is certainly a search term that is not about the music only. As you see, of course, now we get all those documentaries, and probably you hear a lot of music in there, but it is not just listening to music anymore, clearly based on the search term. So maybe you could do something in this regard, so that you basically take an artist you are interested in and then look at whether there are documentaries out there and maybe react to those documentaries. Yeah. When we look at this search term, this is too competitive. Yeah. Bear with me here. We wouldn't try to optimize for that, but let me see this new AI title ideas. This could give me a little bit of inspiration. So, unparalleled behind the immortality. That you phenomenon, yeah, that your take on that is kind of, you know, if there was a popular documentary on Netflix, for example, that many people watched, yeah, on some artist that you certainly would consider covering in your show as well, then you can attach your show to the main points that the documentary or the whatever the series that Netflix aired spoke about, and discuss that, you know. Then you can kind of design your show around that. Yeah. And I think here we have this fundamental SEO rule that you should do your SEO before you even record your show. Yeah. Because this gives you now the freedom to really think about where can you actually rank your videos, and then mold kind of what your show will be about based on where you really have chances. Because as a channel with a little over 1,000 subscribers, you have not many options. Yeah. And this means that you have to kind of do the research first and then decide what your show can be about in order to prepare it to really be able to be successful in search to begin with. So this is kind of the approach that we could do. And again, back to this alphabet method that is really good for thinking outside the box, because we have to really shift around the fact that most of your search terms will be about something that is just listening to music. And these all sound like the songs that they have. Yeah. Dancing. Eric Clapton. I think they are all members of the Beatles, right? Electronic sound. Let's see. Electronic sound. Full album. Box set. Full album. It's also again. This is not just listening to the music. Album review. So here you have something where you can do something that is not just listening to the music when we check the search results. So you see, it's a little bit tricky. And of course, we have then to find something that has low enough competition. So that's an extra step that is kind of tricky. Faster. Let me see if we have review, reaction. What is this, by the way? Reaction to certain songs. I see, but this is certainly way too competitive. So we can documentary. Do we have a little bit? I use a space here to get more suggestions, long tail keywords for that. Maybe a documentary trailer. Interesting. And here we go. So I don't know if that is still relevant now for you. Yeah. But what you can do certainly is, let's see, these are 11 years ago, 10 years ago, a year ago. Official trailer, Flix House. That's the channel, okay. Official trailer. George. I think this in particular is not relevant now, but your strategy could be, since we have found something here, which apparently is something that where you more often could find search terms that have low enough competition, you follow along these famous streaming platforms, yeah, Netflix, HBO, you name it, and look at things that are in documentaries that are coming up, maybe trailers. I mean, trailers, obviously, since we are talking about this right now. And when something comes out like this, you do a reaction to that. Yeah. So kind of like understand that if you're certainly talking about the fans of the music, the certain bands that you, that fit your category of music that you cover. And this way, you can watch out for new releases, trailers, stuff like this, and react to those trailers. Because at this point, when the trailer is released, of course, a lot of buzz is created around it. That's in the interest of all those people that created the documentary. And you can voice your own opinion to that, contribute to the hype for the documentary coming up and stuff like this. So here we certainly have something that you could rank for today. It has a little bit search volume that probably is lucrative for you as well. And then, of course, do a creative title that kind of banks on the hype here, right? So behind the curtains, maybe, yeah, that's interesting. You can do it a little bit from this. Behind the curtains, behind the hidden secrets of the you get the idea. It's maybe not the best one. It's still a little bit long, but it kind of uncover the story behind the George Harrison uncovered the story behind the documentary trailer. Yeah, you could enter it like this. Yeah. So you have the full search term in there. As you see here below, all words are highlighted that come from the search term. So this way you have high relevance. and uncover the story behind, you know, so that you can share some insider knowledge. I mean, you can nerd out in your show about it. Yeah. So this is the idea, to make it more enticing to click and so on. Okay. As you already recognize, this is kind of tricky because you are on the edge between just listening to the music and the fandom part that is extending beyond that just the music, like discussing everything that the nerds who are fans of those bands want to talk about, so that you position your videos at the right spot and not get mixed up with the music itself, and where you will lose in ranking. I mean, you could rank in the beginning, but you probably lose, because if people search for something where they intend to just listen to the music, they are not interested in your show. And you have to move around all that. Yeah. I hope this makes sense. And also gave you a little bit of an idea about that. So for everyone who has similar issues, always check the search results first. What kind of type of videos are ranking there? If you do a different type, like not the music, but a show for nerds and stuff like this, then you have to check that frequently to not accidentally optimize for search terms where people intend to find different kinds of videos. Tricky thing. Interesting that this came up. I mean, this is also an example where the standard tutorials don't talk about, right? So let's pick the next one. Leave review in the chat if you want me to do your SEO, and I pick someone randomly again. So Cold Pax, you asked if you're still there. Now is your chance to join in and get a chance to get the next review. Yeah, Deej, since, yeah, it is indeed for a small channel not that easy to find search terms from time to time. As I explained in the previous reviews, I think you didn't see them yet. You joined in a little bit later. By the way, Tatiana, how are you doing? The best thing that you can do is to do your research before you even record your video, because then you are more flexible to focus on the search terms that you did find that have low enough competition. Yeah. And with that, get your foot in the door. That's really important. And I think, Deej, you already know those, but just in case, and for everyone else, the first link in the description explains the 14 techniques that I use in order to find those search terms here. So everyone who didn't watch it yet, feel free to watch this. It's the most concise tutorial for the most critical step in the SEO process. Just there for you. Crypto News, how are you doing? Taza, how are you doing? Mountain Homeschool, I think you're new, right? Welcome to the channel. Solar and Shorts, welcome. Let's see. Before I choose the next one, where there are other questions. Oh, yeah, I'm glad you have, Tatiana. Electricity, bad times, right? Really bad. Anyway, so let's pick the next person to get a review. So here we go. Who's next? Drum roll. Kyugma. I still can't pronounce it, but awesome that it's you, because I know you are waiting since the beginning, so almost 2 hours. Thanks for waiting that long. I will get it up and running for you next. Deej, by the way, certainly if you just don't know what you will find with metal detecting, right? Which kind of coin you find or stuff like this. But try to find search terms that are a little bit more generic, like surprising finds in general, coins in general, certain stuff in general, or certain places where to look at, for example, right? So what you can find in riverbeds, what you can find in forests, all that stuff, you know, the locations where you are searching, stuff like this. Try to find those search terms. And I bet when you have them, you can kind of do the introduction in your video in a sense that it matches the search term, but then you can fill the video with your actual finds that you can't plan in advance. Be creative there. I bet there are ways. Okay, let me quickly... Qgma. Yeah, I don't know how to pronounce it, but now we have a real gaming channel. I think, yeah, Techie had also a gaming channel before, right? But it was rather about the phones, so it was a tech channel for gaming. But now, obviously, really have a real gaming channel. It's great that we have that because gaming is an important part of YouTube. And let's see. What kind of game is this? By the way, can you tell me in the chat? I mean, I can look up your tags, right? Mario Kart. Ah, I see. Mario Kart. It is all Mario Kart, right? CTGP is also Mario Kart? Apparently. Okay. So it's obviously all about Mario Kart gameplay. So let's see what search terms are out there. Mario Kart 8 Deluxe Music Live. Let's start here just to get a first idea of the range of search terms that we might look at. Of course, this one is still too competitive. You have, oh, interesting. You have 50,000 subscribers, so you're quite big, with over 1,000 views per video. It's also very strong, but still, I mean, Mario Kart itself is so short tail that it's no surprise that it is giving you a bad grade. It's too competitive. Mario Kart Deluxe, let's see if we specify the version and it's still too competitive. World records. Okay. This is not really helpful here. By the way, everyone who uses the keyword research tool, I figured out oftentimes people are getting stuck here. Proceed with your search term to the next step. There you have many more tools to find related search terms. You don't have to find the perfect search term in the second step. So even though this is way too competitive, you see all red grades all over the place. For everyone who doesn't know yet, we are looking for DDDB grades. That's Morningfame's way to tell that the competition is low enough to get a good chance to rank. But these F grades are certainly too bad, competition too high. So what we can do is, for example, suggestions plus, right? So we take Mario Kart and see what long tail search terms are out there. Those are usually less competitive. And Mario Kart 8 Deluxe World Record, for example, interesting. This makes for an interesting video title, but obviously that is also too competitive. We have, I see. This gives me the idea by checking this, you know, when we are just looking at the game, this is a search term, even though this is a long tail search term with world record in there, it is still very common, so to say. So it's no surprise that it is very competitive. But you see here, for example, Rainbow Road is a level in the game. So think outside the box. What characters do we have in the game? What levels or maps, as you call it in the game that you play? What storylines do you have? What challenges do you have? What kind of badges or achievements do you have in the game that people are looking for to get? The harder achievements to get, for example, those that are difficult to find. I mean, people are searching for, they have 95% of their achievements already gained, but they are looking for the remaining 5% that are hard to find. So they go to YouTube and search for that, for example, right? And there's so many stuff, items that you can get. Since this is a racing game, you have the cars that you can choose, and all that makes for different search terms. But here, for example, we see different search terms for levels. Yeah, so Rainbow Road, for example. Yeah, let's try this Rainbow Road. Yeah, and here we have at least a for subscribers, and that sounds a little bit like you're already ranking there, right? No, fortunately not. This is a different one with similar. Somehow, are you ranking here already? No. Anyway, just got the impression. Why? I don't know why. But anyway, so we can, for example, Mario Kart Rainbow Road tutorial or gameplay, right? So let's see what I entered a space. See what long speed run, for example. It's already an A for relevance. Looks good. Yeah, we are getting less competition. Still, the F grades are not good enough. Gameplay. Let's see. Here we go. That's it. That's it. I think this is a common thing for gaming channels. I oftentimes talk to small creators. Usually they are smaller than you are. You have it a little bit easier because your channel is quite decent size already. But yeah, thinking about what I just listed, the maps, the cars, the items, the characters, all that stuff, all makes for search terms, and you can combine that. Name of the game, name of the level, and so on. So here you have a search term this way. We tried different combinations, and then finally we arrive at one like we did just here that is good enough for you to have a good chance to rank. And then finally, all we need to do in the last step, number 4, optimize tab, we are optimizing the metadata for it. And the most important part is, of course, the video title. Just by putting the search terms in the title, as Morningfame does by default, gives you a top relevance score with 100%. This is an A grade here, so you're good to go. But the title is a little bit boring. And as the suggestion says, write a creative title for a higher click-through rate. So we do a little bit extra. For SEO itself, we are done. This title is working well. You could rank there, but you wanna do more click-through rate. So in general on YouTube, no matter which algorithm we talk about, on all places, also home and the suggestions, you have a higher chance to appear there. Do something more enticing. Mario Kart Rainbow Road. Insane gameplay. I mean, that's already just one word more, right? And it's sounding better. Or high-speed Mario Kart on Rainbow Road. Ultimate Rainbow Road experiences. Rainbow Road challenges in Mario Kart. Interesting. I don't know too much of the game, but what really would make sense. Go-Kart are spectacular. Rainbow Road. I mean, this has only 13%. That wouldn't be good for SEO anymore. There's too many words of your search term missing, so you would need to mold it a little bit. Go-kart racing on the spectacular Rainbow Road. Mario Kart racing. Let's try this. If you want to adjust it a little bit so it works better. Mario Kart racing. Rainbow Road. Gameplay is missing. Maybe we can boost it a little bit with the description. Yeah. So what we do here in the suggestion is just typing in um, insane gameplay. I'm using insane again. No one reads the description and doesn't help your click-through rate. So all those big sounding words that are not really necessary here. You can just write down whatever comes to your mind while making sure that you include the words that it says here. So insane gameplay for Mario Kart on Rainbow Road with no cheat codes or whatever. I mean, you would explain it a little bit what it's about, stuff like this. So in case someone actually reads the description, it really explains a little bit more about what your video is about, right? So now we have increased the boost. This is something that happens if the title has a low score. Yeah, 42% is low. So then the search algorithm also takes the description into account, and we optimized it according to the rules. The rules, by the way, are explained in the tutorial behind this link here, in case you're curious. So 42% plus 28 gives us an A relevant score, and that allows us to even use a video title that doesn't even include all the words of the search term, and hopefully gives us an even higher click-through rate. Mario Kart, I mean, it's not the base title, but you could improve it even further, but you get the ideas. You have more freedom because we don't have gameplay in the title anymore. We have more freedom to add other words like spectacular and stuff like this that entice people to click, but at the same time that the title doesn't get too long, which is quite handy to have. Okay, that so far for the gaming part. I would say without further ado, let me know the next one who wants to have a review. I choose the next person randomly. Leave review in the chat and we choose the next person randomly again. And MGE, Morningfame does not have an app, but all pages are optimized for small smartphone screens. So you can use it in your smartphone browser very well. So yeah, you don't need to have a computer to use it. It's working well on your phone as well in the browser. Okay, did you have other questions in the meantime? Mountain Homeschool. I'm glad to hear that that Morningfame helps you there. I think if you are let me see, Mountain Homeschool Homestead, you are currently at 455 subscribers. So 4.5 Ks. Maybe what I would check is first and foremost, do you already does your YouTube SEO work well for your channel? Do you do it successfully? Yeah. Maybe you can do better SEO. Just to give you an idea. Just a second. Here in the analytics, you have an algorithm tab. And hopefully you have a quite high percentage in your YouTube search traffic. So let's say 30, 40, 50%, something like that. If you are below 20%, maybe you can do better at the SEO. Hopefully this helps you today. But if you already have quite a lot of search traffic and it's still not growing as fast as you wish it to be, then I would recommend. I have a new tool. It's still called a prototype, but this is an additional growth strategy that that works completely different than SEO. And I would say consider this. Here on my channel page, you have Morningfame's brand new tool, and here you have the tutorials for that. Consider that as well. You can combine SEO with this, but this is a strategy that works based on browse and suggested. And this, if you get it right, really skyrockets your channel. This is super powerful. And oftentimes the solution to channels that are not very well suited for SEO to begin with. I don't know how what your channel is about exactly, but some have it more difficult than others. So consider this. In this new prototype, I have a Academy tab in which I have basically a whole online course. You know, really an online course where you would pay hundreds of dollars elsewhere to buy such a course and to really learn a strategy step by step. It's many hours of materials already where I teach this fundamental new strategy. So if you want to rethink the whole thing, this would be the gateway to go. I hope that helps. All right. And let's get the next review in here. Zane, how are you doing, by the way? Florence, how are you doing? And Phoebe Darius, you're new, right? Welcome to the channel. So, it is Zane. What a coincidence. I mean, this is real randomness here, right? It's not. I don't have a bias towards my friends. just so you know. Okay, Zane, what was your channel about again? I can't remember. Let me quickly open it up so that I can see it. Okay. Let me check. All right. So this is interesting. So we have a decent sized channel that is nearly 18,000 subscribers, but it's at the point where you can't certainly rank for everything. By the way, everyone who is part of the streams and wonders about that, the smallest channel that I had today so far, maybe that changes with the next review, was 1,000 subscribers. So it's not really, I didn't have tiny channels there. But if you want to see how YouTube SEO works for really small channels, there are timestamps in the description in which I have the reviews. I did the same exact live stream as I do today in the past already. And there I had, I think, 4 different channels that were all below 100 subscribers. The smallest channel, even just 8 subscribers. And I found search terms for all of them that have low enough competition. Of course, that was tricky to get there. But if you are wondering, certainly, just in case we don't have a very tiny channel today, if you're wondering how that works for really tiny channels, check out the links in the description below where you see those tiny channels where I do the SEO for them. Just want to make sure in case you feel like you don't have a good example today for yourself, since we tend to have larger channels today. Okay, all right, Zane. He does, this is Google, what is it? Google Maps, the shop integration, like these, where you find the shops and can leave reviews for shops, right? Is that? Let me see your tags. Local SEO. Google My Business tutorial. Ah, yeah. Google Maps SEO. Yeah, that's what we know about, right? Everyone who looks up some shop nearby in Google Maps. So Google Maps business. That's what when I'm not knowing much about the channel, it's something good we can start with. Just enter a generic description of what the channel is about, like a search term like this. Of course, always pay attention what the search bar suggestions tell you here, because these are actual search terms that people use. And by the way, we already found a search term. You can actually rank for that. It seems, is it not too difficult? Zane, let me know. Is it not too difficult for you to find search terms in general? When you are at a certain size, and I realized that for my channel as well. I mean, you see that I optimized my video for YouTube SEO. It's for live streams, I can go a little bit higher because it's mainly about not ranking in the long run, but rather getting live audiences to find my video. Anyway, other story. But you can rank for quite a lot of search terms. So it's easy to find stuff. It's not too bad, you say. I see. Here again, something you can rank for. What is important? I think this gives us the chance to talk about some aspect. Usually, if you're a small channel, the challenge is to find search terms that give you good grades. And we tried 2 search terms here just out of the box, and they all give you good grades. This DDDBs are the minimum grades that we aim for in Morningfame. That tells the chance is low, the competition is low enough that you have a good chance to rank. We found it easily, no struggle here. But it gives us the chance. Like, look at this search term, for example. This one is more clear, right? How to earn money with Google Maps. It's kind of clear what the video should be about then. You have to list ways to earn money, how to do it. Yeah, a tutorial, like it's straightforward. Yeah. Here, what I would do here in order to have a really good video is to look through the videos that are already ranking there. Yeah. And what do all those people share? What are the points how you can earn money with Google Maps? I mean, the answer to this question, right? You do this a little statistics, do a little list of all the things that all the people are listing here as tips. And then you do a top 5 of everything they shared as well. And maybe you add a few points that you find important that the others didn't mention, but share the main points there. Also read the comments of the people that watched this video. And in the comments, you oftentimes find points that those creators here missed. Yeah. So you can already add that to your list or answer those questions that people have in your video. This ensures that you basically create the best videos of those that are already ranking. If you can do this, yeah, by researching what they already shared, what questions they didn't answer in their videos but were asked in the comments of those videos, then people will recognize when they watch your video, and that will make a longer watch time on your video. And then in turn, the search algorithm realized this video is watched longer than those videos, and you climb up in ranks. So if you have a straightforward search term like this, you can do the research here, as I just explained. But if you have a search term like this one here, Google Maps business, it's really not specific. What should a video be about there, right? I mean, you can think about things, but here you have a video that talks about how to make money. We just saw it with the other search term as well. But then you have how to rank #1 there, right? You want to rank high. Okay, apparently this is a topic, but this is different than making money, ranking high, making money, different topic. Making money, make money. How to quickly add. Oh, that's yourself. You already ranked there. Perfect. Awesome. So interesting. You ranked there with a completely different topic. Do you realize that? I mean, make money. Here's how to add your shop to the listing there in Google Maps. So this is the same thing as your own video. So how to add your business. Interesting. So these videos all answer how to add your local business. But we also saw this is mixed with a lot of videos that are all about making money. Yeah. So we have two topics in the search results. How to add your business to Google Maps or how to make money with Google Maps. Two different topics. And apparently, if viewers enter the search term into the search bar on YouTube, yeah, viewer point of view, half of the viewers are looking for how to make money and the other half is looking for how to add the business. Yeah. And apparently it's really half of the viewers actually want to look for money and other how to add the business. And it's not clear that the majority is actually looking for a certain kind of video with the search term. So the search algorithm learned this and is presenting both types of videos. So if you have a general search term where the search term is not specific enough that we already know what the videos should be about, yeah, then we check the search results in order to understand what the search algorithm figured out, what actually the viewers intend. Because no one can really tell what the viewers really want. Even the search algorithm doesn't know what they want. Basically, its strategy is just showing all the different videos and looking at which one get clicks. And those rank high and the others rank low. I mean, if we go to search results on YouTube, yeah, we scroll down a while, then we see other videos. Google My Business posts. Yeah. This is, I don't know what this exactly is, but business posting tutorial, posting site mirroring techniques. It's probably how to list. This is a strategy that is about Google Maps SEO, right? It is not just putting your business on Google Maps, but you know, the whole SEO, like we do with the YouTube, right? We want to rank it higher. So apparently some people, there are fitting videos about this, but it's ranking so low because most people are not interested in watching this video when they enter the search term. Yeah. So probably this was ranking high when it was released, but then the search algorithm quickly realized, no, this is not what people are looking for, even though it could make sense. So it's losing ranks over and over again. And we are way, I don't know at which point we are right now, but maybe spot 50 or something like that. So there are other topics that could fit the search term as well, but they rank low because people didn't click it. Yeah. So long story short, when you are having a very generic search term where you don't know what the video is about, check those results to understand, because search already knows what people want and hence has a reason why those videos rank high, that rank there. But let's see what the final step, if you would do another video about this search term, the feature that I will be releasing soon, the AI title ideas, which, by the way, everyone who joined in later work in many different other languages. I checked all the supported languages in Morningfame. It works not just in English, it's also Spanish, Arabic, Hindi, you name it. Unlock the power of harnessing the opportunities navigating the world, maximizing from local to global. Ah, interesting. Is that possible? to somehow make use of this? I mean, it's Google Maps first and foremost is about local business, but if there is some effect that somehow makes the business more global, then this would be a good video title. But you know it best, Zane. You know this, if that makes sense. Secrets to unlocking the full potential of Google Maps business. Ha! This sounds good. I like that one. Yeah. This is well optimized for the search term. Yeah, we got a B grade. That's all we need to do, as you see in the description here. But at the same time, it's enticing to click. Yeah? It's not just boring SEO title. It's more than that. Global, no. Okay, this one doesn't make any sense. The AI is not knowing everything perfectly, so you have to filter it a little bit, but this one here is great, right? So, because when you're doing a title that is on one side good for the search algorithm, yeah, this relevance score ensures that the search algorithm likes that video, likes in a sense that you can say it considers your videos for a high rank in the search results. Yeah, this is fulfilling what the search algorithm looks for. But at the same time, we add those extra words because the viewers are humans and they react to these secrets to unlocking the full potential. The search algorithm doesn't care, but the viewer might find this enticing, yeah, and clicks this video more often than the other videos that ranked there. I can certainly say that the titles that we find here are way less enticing unless you are specifically looking for money. Yeah, it's maybe crazy new method exposed. Yeah, be careful about that. Yeah, because this part here can sound scammy. Yeah, or fishy, not realistic. Yeah. Don't go too far. You have to experiment what your audience reacts to, how far you can take it. But I mean, I would say crazy new method exposed. I don't know how many crazy new methods are there. Is this really a crazy new method, right? But secrets to unlocking the full potential is less scammy, you could say. Would you agree? But it's more enticing to click. And if you have a higher click-through rate, then your video in the long run will have a higher chance to get into the high ranks. Yeah, this is a factor that plays a role. Okay, I hope this helped. Let's right away go to the next review. Leave a review in the chat if you want to have the next review, and in the meantime, I will look. Awesome. Yeah. I actually, with the scammy titles and all, I recently did a video where I went overboard with that. I did a reaction to a video from channel makers, my last regularly uploaded video. And my title was I can't remember it anymore. Can this YouTube expert guarantee 100% success? Oh, I forgot it. Sorry. But I went too far. The title sounded like I doubt that Nate would be an expert. But everyone knows that Nate from Channel Makers really knows his stuff. And of course, in his video, I was praising his technique because it was incredible. Yeah. So this was too much and I had to change it back. And then really the click-through rate went higher again because people people detect if you want to scam them too much. Anyway, Irina, you said, how can I find the video you mentioned for tiny channels for the SEO? In the description below, I have a list of different channels that see with subscriber numbers and so on. There's one with 8 subscribers and so on, and everyone with a link next to it. This is linking to all the different SEOs for 8 different channels, I think, in the description. Just scroll down and these links lead you to the exact spots in the previous live stream that is the same as the live stream today. And there you certainly have 4 channels that have less than 100 subscribers where I did the SEO. Same techniques, by the way, that I apply today as well. So same thing, except the new AI title ideas feature, which I will be releasing soon. Of course, back then it didn't exist yet. But that is, of course, the easier part. Yeah. Okay. Hi, Rakim, by the way. All right. Let's see. Let's get the channels in here. Here we go. Pick a winner. Who's next? Let's see if we can get... All right, Young Master. Hi, by the way, you're new to the channels, right? Ah, a real music channel. I think this is also interesting in a sense that a music channel is similar to all other entertainment-based channels. Yeah, we just had Zane with a very how-to channel, you know, like my channel. They are designed for search in a sense, because how-to channels answers questions that people search for. But music channels is entertainment, or other channels, they don't really oftentimes search for specific questions. Yeah. So you have to give it a little bit of a twist with your SEO. We have a 43 subscribers channel. This will be a challenge. Let's hope I find a good search term. So I opened up everything. So let me show you his channel here. Here we go. The thumbnails look nice. Doesn't tell me, is it a type beat channel? Are you producing type beats? Is that this kind of channel? Let me know. Because then it's not just listening to music, but rather you have to understand free for profit beats. Yeah, it's a type beat channel. Okay. I see. Everyone who's not acquainted with this is a special niche. You have to understand, when you are in a hip-hop genre, then rappers are looking for beats that they can use to rap on top. Yeah. So the hip-hop genre in general is, you have the rappers and you have the producers. The producers are producing the music, yeah, the beats, and then you have the rappers who do the rapping, obviously, and then they collaborate together. So the rappers, they write their lines, the producers create a beat that has a certain pattern that fits the rapping style, and then they put it together. But of course, not everyone has all the time someone to collaborate with. So the rapper who just does the rapping needs the beats, the music to rap on top of, right? So they go to the internet, and on YouTube there are many type beat channels that produce those beats, yeah, with no rap on top. So it's just the music. And look for a fitting beat that they can use for their own rap, and then use it as a basis to produce their whole song on top. Yeah. And here you can already see free for profit beats. Yeah, is a search term obviously that you used because people are. I mean, not every rapper has a lot of money, right? I mean, they rap about a lot of money, but only few really reel in a lot of money. I mean, in all entertainment niches, you have only a select few who really got to the top. So many up and coming rappers who just start out, maybe it's still just a hobby. They need some beats where they can produce, and they want to have a mixtape that they can share with producers and hopefully sign a deal or something like that. So it has to be for profit. So copyright free, in other words, right? And this is certainly a very competitive niche. You had a future type beat, hard trap, yeah, is probably quite competitive already. Yeah, you can see it's very competitive, especially if you have only 43 subscribers. It's no surprise. Just for everyone to a bit understand, future type beat, yeah, it's future. This is a style basically, and hard trap. Trap is a music genre like pop and rock. You have trap or dubstep or whatever you name it, right? And hard trap is a subgenre in trap. So it's very specific already, but super competitive. Yeah. And I think this is the interesting part for all small channels. You already have a search term that is super specific. Yeah. I mean, how many hard trap beats are out there? Is a subgenre. Not many people listen to hard trap. I mean, trap is very famous. We are talking about quite a large audience already. Hard trap still as well, but then the combination with future, it's even a smaller audience, but still it's very competitive. Yeah. Probably because Lil Baby is doing future type. Is he doing future hard trap kind of thing? I don't know the space too well, but you know, then it makes then it's actually a subgenre that is especially large because some very famous person, Lil Baby in this case. Lil Baby, isn't it a producer? I think it's a producer, not a rapper. Probably both. So that's the reason why it's so competitive. So how do you approach this? Again, in your size, the most important thing that you need to do is really to do your SEO first before you even produce your beats. And I know this doesn't sound fun for you because you are a producer. You produce the kind of beats that you want to produce. It's an art form for you, right? But if you want to make it big, you have to get through the competition first. There is no way around. Yeah. So you have to produce the kind of stuff first that allows you to get the foot in the door. And the more you grow, the more freedom you get, and the more you can put your own style into it. Yeah, produce really the beats that you want to produce because you have made a name for yourself, because your channel is large and can rank for more competitive terms. Maybe in the future you can really then rank for future type beat hard trap. Yeah, but you can't yet. By the way, it's quite interesting if you wonder when you can rank for that. Usually, if you use the Morningfame keyword research tool, all you need to look for is DDDB grades. So the grades here are relevant to you. These charts that you see below here and they are not really relevant. Rarely anyone looks onto them. But if you wonder, it is a way for you to find out when you will probably able to rank for such a term. And you can see here the gateway video has 267 subscribers, has nearly 2,000 views per video for this video that is ranking below. So it's referring to this video here, by the way. You can read the numbers here as well. 2,000 views nearly, and 12 likes and comments. Yeah. So you are not very far from that. Maybe in terms of views still, but you see it's not too far. So if you grew your channel to a few hundred subscribers and got your SEO right, then you see you might already rank for this term in the future. So in a few months or so, right? So don't get discouraged. It is not as far to get there as you might think. But at this point, you have to find stuff that is low competitive yet. So let's look at something. We start at the beginning. Let's say trap type beat. Yeah, something generic. I'm starting with this because I assume that you're producing trap, and I don't think that you will probably start doing a totally different genre, because as a producer you are skilled in doing trap and not the other whatever genres exist in the hip-hop space, right? So we have to reduce it a little bit, most likely. And let's see if we can find related search terms that can help. Let's see. Freestyle rap trap beat. It's too competitive. Let's see if we can find something that has at least not only F grades. Rap freestyle type beat. This is too generic. It doesn't even contain the genre here. Hard, fast, trap, beat, instrumental. Interesting. Let's see. Too competitive. This is okay. Probably this is something where we Future is an artist from the I see. Okay. Trap type beat. Yeah, let's look at can we do it a little bit more long tail. So let's use the suggestions plus. As you saw, I just skipped the number 2 keywords tab. It not always leads you to proper results. You have more tools, more techniques at your fingertips here in the number 3 search tab. If you want to have a full list, the second link in the description is a tutorial from me where I teach list and explain 14 different techniques. And most of them are located here in the search tab. So don't hesitate to go forward with your search term here and try to find something here. Let's see, melodic. Maybe this gets somewhere. Melodic. I saw that you do something with guitar as well, but this doesn't help here. After a trap by. I think we will go to a dead end. We can't go more long tail anymore. These terms will always result in F grades. So what we can do here is go to a general again and use tags. That is also a way to think outside the box a little bit. And rap instrumental, let's see. Something else that we can use. Type beat, storm. Type beat. Okay. we see the artist sometimes. So you said like future is the artist. So here we have, I mean, could do it a little bit like this for next year, but this is a hack that doesn't even work here. It's too competitive. What you can do is you go to Google, yeah, and future alternative. Is that possible? Similar to chain. Okay. Now we have future artists like future. Yeah. 2 chains. Okay. We basically replace the artist name and look if there's some similar artist that you can produce beats in a similar style. You're skilled for those kinds of beats as well. Yeah. You have your own style, and hence you want to do videos about that style as well. And we hopefully it's a more indie artist where the competition is lower, you know, and you can already see 2 Chainz type beat is less competitive. Yeah, we have a D grade here. Interesting. Maybe we can already do something free for profit. Here we go. Awesome. Wow. We really found something. I'm glad. What we did here is basically type beat. You are kind of set. I mean, you will always do type beats. That's the purpose. So we were able to keep with that. We tried different artists, and I was lucky to really find something right away. But if I wouldn't have, I would go through all the different artists here. And of course, you know the artist much better than I. You probably don't have to Google that. And you don't know even more artists that are not that famous as Future, for example, or certainly Lil Baby and artists like these. Less famous, hence the chance is high. Less famous artists that not many people do similar type beats videos with their style, and go through them and check the search terms. And the fact that 2 Chainz type beat already got me a D told me maybe that's in general 2 Chainz type beats are less competitive than Future type beats, for example. And hence I was doing a space and using the method, the long tail method, to see if there are longer search terms that that we can test out and hopefully have less competition. And I saw in you do free for profit already. So sounds like this would really be something you could do. I know, let me know. Here we go. Yeah, combining different techniques here. And then, of course, final step, optimize. We can, of course, get the I title ideas again, but I'm not sure how much we can do here. Let's see. Because we need to have at least a B grade, and you see the level is very high here. So we don't have much freedom to change up the title. But apparently we have a little bit of level up. Musicians Unite. Beats the... sorry. This is already too low. So we really can only add, for example, 2 words in the beginning. Like pumping bass. Yeah, let's do it like this. Maybe pumping bass is something important there. I mean, certainly, I don't know, 2 Chainz, does he do trap? It's not in the search term anymore. But anyway, pumping bass is maybe something you have to understand. These are rappers that look for the right beat that they use for their rap, right? And how do they choose? Their experience is they Google or YouTube search in particular for certain type beats, yeah, from the artists that they know and love and know that they are rappers that fit that style of that artist. That's the reason why they enter a search term like this. Yeah, free for profit is also, they enter it for a reason because they don't want to pay for the beat. They don't have the money possibly. And how do they choose? There are many type beats out there. So you add something like, what is the quality of your beat? And maybe you put a lot of emphasis that the bass is really pumping. So that's probably a reason why the rapper would click there, because they want to have a rap where the dance floor is going crazy because of the bass. Anyway, that's theory. So that's the reason why this is something making the title enticing to click, because it tells a little bit more about the quality of the beat. Hard trap 2 Chainz type beat free for profit. Yeah, good idea. You can again, if that makes sense. I don't know what 2 Chainz makes. Is it hard trap? I don't know, but if it is, you can also include it here. And the good thing is, by the way, Rose Bowl, a great idea, by the way. Since this is such a tiny channel with 43 subscribers, we saw that hard trap beat free for profit is probably a search term that exists. Hard trap beat free for profit. Yeah, exactly. But it's too competitive. Yeah. But interesting thing. Let me show you. We can now take this search term here. Yeah. Switch the search term and you see it's still very much optimized. You get a bad grade, but remember this search term was way too competitive. Yeah. So he couldn't have a chance to rank here. It's just too small, the channel at this point. But you see, at least this with this title, the video is optimized really well, 82% for this search term already. So in the future, of course, at first we optimize it for here. We have a good grade, all that good thing. The video has a good chance to rank there and will start accumulating views. And if the video is really great, or in particular the beat is really great, right? That's what matters here. Then maybe the video will gain enough views that at a certain point the video has much more ranking power than the regular video on this channel, and may even start ranking for related search terms, and possibly even for this usually too competitive search terms. So it works its way up. Yeah, you start ranking for one less competitive search term, this one, and if the video is really successful, it starts ranking for more search terms. And just in case that really that really starts working because the video is so great, you already made sure that it is well optimized for this other search term as well, even though the F grade tells you it will probably not rank. Certainly not at the beginning, but if the video really succeeds, really works well, really performs well over time, then might even climb its way up to this other search term. So we basically combined multiple search terms in the same title. All right. Yeah, good idea. Okay, I would say I'm streaming already for 3 hours. We got a lot down. Let's call it a day for today. If you have some questions, let's do a little bit of Q&A still about that. So some loose ends that you got as questions during the reviews. Deserving self-motivational video said newcomer trap type beat instrumental. It's probably way too competitive. Newcomer trap type beat instrumental. Yeah, it's not very often. Wow. This is also has low enough competition. However, you have a red X here. It has probably very low search volume. Stay clear from the red axis. So even though this has low competition, as you see, small channels are ranking here, 19 subscribers, even smaller than this channel. Yeah. Pay attention to this. And by the way, if anyone wonders, on the Morningfame blog, I have a troubleshooting guide for your YouTube SEO. So if you don't rank as you would have expected, you can go through these questions, basically many different questions where you answer yes or no. And depending on how you answer, you continue with question 2 here, question 4 here. So you go through all that, and it figures out what went wrong with your ranking. And as you see, the red X is one of those that you may not have paid attention to. So Morningfame blog, if you're interested in that. Okay, any other questions? Amok Music, yeah, good idea, good question. If I make a good SEO, DDDA grades for an old video. So all we did today is optimizing for a future video that you have yet to publish. Yeah, and there, by the way, after you publish the video, you can already see your video starting to rank usually after a few hours. So it's really quick. However, if you re-optimize an old video, it's a completely different story, unfortunately. You would, of course, re-optimize your videos with the exact same steps as we did today. No change, really no change. Just do the optimization once again from scratch. Of course, it's a little bit difficult because the video is already produced and you have to find a search term that fits the video topic. You can't do the SEO before you record the video like we usually want to do. But you do the same steps, use all the techniques to find a right search term, as you say. But then when you update the metadata, the title in particular of your video that already is published for a long time, then the difference to a new video is that it doesn't get watched again by your subscribers, right? If you publish a new video, then of course your subscribers are the first people to watch it. And this gives the video a boost, yeah? And in turn, the search algorithm a lot of data to work with and to consider it for ranking for different search results and all that stuff, yeah? But that doesn't happen for an old video where you change the title. So that means you would optimize it the same way, but you have to wait much longer in order for it to take effect. So think many weeks And sometimes it doesn't even work at all. Especially if you have a video that died out a little bit, yeah, doesn't get any views anymore. It might be the case that even if you update the metadata based on your new SEO, it doesn't even start ranking again at all. So what I would recommend, if you want to re-optimize old videos, take those that still get views today. Of course, if you try it out the first time, don't use the videos that get the most traffic each day. Because, of course, if a video really performs well on your channel already, better not touch it, because if you change the metadata, even though you do good SEO, you never know what the change produces. Maybe you accidentally optimize for search terms that have less search volume than the search terms the video is already ranking for. Or you optimize for a search term that is not matching the content of your video. And then the video would start ranking for this new search term that you optimized for. But viewers will recognize that it's actually about a different topic, will maybe click it, but don't watch it to the end because they realize quite quickly that it's not the video they were looking for, and go back to the search result and click another video instead. And that produces a low watch time for you, and hence suddenly the video will stop ranking because the search algorithm pays attention to that, how the viewers who find the video with a new search term, how long they watch it, right? So there is a lot that could go wrong. And if the video is already performing well, then better not touch it. The search algorithm doesn't mind updating that, but you really have to be sure that you do it for the better, that it's really a fitting search term, that you did your SEO really right, all that stuff. So if you want to re-optimize older videos, especially if you start practicing to do that, pick some videos that get a few views each day still, yeah, but not your top performing ones. Take your average videos, maybe, for example, and try it with a few videos, wait a few weeks, observe if the views change, if you get more search traffic, stuff like this, right? And this way you get a better feeling for how you can improve it. But first and foremost, of course, with the SEO, mainly your best time is invested in optimizing your new videos, because then you are really able to, when you know what the search term is you want to optimize your video for, you can design the whole script around it. You can really make sure that you know the particular question that people are asking. The search term, yeah, is the question that they are asking. And then you can design your videos in a way that in the first few seconds, or 30 seconds at least, you really make clear to the viewer that you will be answering their question properly, for example. And that sets you up for a long watch time, all that stuff. You have more options, you have more influence to get it right. And that's why we are usually talking about doing it for new videos. All right, let's see. Okay, long monologue. Do you recommend teasing in upcoming videos with a short? If yes, is there a timestamp that has to pass until I should upload a full video? Son Gokon, great question. I wouldn't use a short for that, actually. What I would do is a community post where I tease the upcoming video with the text and maybe with the thumbnail, if you have it ready by then. Or maybe I see a documentary channel, for example, they do a little poll where they ask the audience which video they want to watch next, and they have two choices, like two documentaries that they will upload anyway, and the audience is able to choose which one they want to watch first. Yeah, maybe you can do that in a sense, because the community posts really have a high reach. With them, you can reach your subscribers really easily. So I rather use this as a teaser for an upcoming video. Of course, there are many different ways to do community posts. As you know, there are polls, there are video links, you can do it in different ways. So try to figure it out, what works best for you. But this would be the better choice. For shorts are a good way to kind of give little teasers for what your channel is about in general. Yeah? Assume that for shorts, it's less about teasing one particular video, but rather teasing what your channel can offer. For example, I don't know who knows the We Got the Chocolates channel. Yeah, it's a channel where they always do not laugh challenges, where two people sit in front of each other and tell dad jokes and try to make the other person laugh. And if they laugh, then they get a point. A point is bad, of course, because it's a do not laugh challenge. And then they go forth and back. And in the shorts, they show the best dad jokes where people have a hard time to not laugh, for example. Yeah. And of course, I discovered them through shorts because it's a dad joke is short. So it really fits a short well. And for a long time, I only watched the shorts from this channel. But at some point, I realized, maybe I have a look at their long form videos. And there you have 10 minutes or so where you, don't just watch one joke or two jokes, which is the most that fits into a short, right? But you can watch jokes for 10 minutes straight, right? So I was starting to get interested in watching their long form videos in general. So shorts is rather teasing the whole channel, so that at a point after they watched a few dozen of your shorts, they realized maybe it's a good idea to look at your long form content as well, and maybe there's something extra that they don't just get from the shorts themselves. Yeah. What do you, Deej, you have a question. What do you do when a somewhat off-topic video hijacks your channel's genre? I'm treasure hunter, metal detectorist who randomly discovered evidence of trespassing, used camera and caught ghost. When you are switching niches, when you do content, you know it all the time from big channels. Mr. Beast, for example, I assume you all know Mr. Beast. And maybe you even have seen his latest video, one of his latest videos, where he crushed a Lamborghini in a hydro press. How is it called? Sorry. Hydraulic press. Yeah, here we go. I don't know if you know the hydraulic press channel, a very famous channel that is all about a hydraulic press that can put tons of weight onto something, and they crush all stuff in there, candles, helmets, everything. And they are very successful. And Mr. Beast is ingenious in the sense that he teases his new video with something that is successful in a different niche. But Mr. Beast is a very large channel catering to a very general audience, a wide audience. He can lend successful ideas from other niches. If you are a small channel, you cannot do the same. In a sense, There are multiple reasons why you can't do this, but how you can think about it, you have to always cater to your own audience good enough that they are willing to click. And if you don't package a related channels thing, a related niche, other niches content in a way that it is interesting to your core audience, your video will not be able to get off the ground. So be careful about that. And quite frankly, when you bridge both niches properly so that you package the video, even though it's about trespassing, for example, which is not relevant to the metal detectorists at all, if you package it in a way that it is interesting to your core audience, you have not yet the power with your channel to really infiltrate the other niche. So what you will have done at this point is basically putting more effort in a video that is different, more effort into still making it interesting to your core audience, but then not reaping the benefit as Mr. Beast does when he leans onto the hydraulic press channel. In a way, yeah. It's difficult to explain. But yet again, even though I can say it's not a strategy that you can use since you are still small, still, if you have fun with it, try it. You never know how you can cater to new interests that maybe your core audience had all along, but you didn't know because you never tried. Yeah? So don't hesitate to try it out. But don't think this is a strategy, somehow genius, in a genius way you can reach a larger audience. There's more to the story to really make it work. Yeah. I hope that helps. Many Ray, does Morningfame show you search volume and keyword competition? And will Morningfame have a Chrome extension soon? Many Ray, Morningfame shows you both. Yes. Just to give you an idea, search volume is this 58 here. Yeah. The double check is related to that. So a lot of search volume in there. And competition is a little bit different than you know from other tools. It's these DDDB grades, which are the grades you want to achieve, which tells your channel that the competition is low enough for you to have a good chance to rank. The interesting part here is, which I don't think VidIQ has and TubeBuddy only has in their paid version, is that this competition grading here is relative to your own channel's size. A small channel gets different grades than a large channel, because a small channel doesn't have as much ranking power as a large channel. This is really important to make it work for all channels of all sizes. And sorry, no, it doesn't get a Chrome extension. Yeah, you basically have everything that you need on the web page. But if you see some useful feature in Chrome extensions of competitors, let me know. I mean, you never know. I integrate all the feedback all the time, and I already integrated a lot, so I can say that usually the things are existing even without a Chrome extension. But yeah, tell me if not. So, all right. And one last question. Do we get a lot of do we get less love from YouTube by placing external links like affiliate links in our first couple of videos as a verified new channel? Um, Putting affiliate links in the description is something that you can do. Don't worry about it too much. The only thing is that you can get into issues with YouTube's guidelines if you paste links that are not okay. So make sure that they are either on your own website and you verified your website address, or I think Amazon affiliate links are never an issue. You have to be careful somewhere. I don't know the rules in detail. I just know that sometimes creators got in trouble with that because they link to certain sites that are not well respected, stuff like this, but I don't know the details. Kind of, look it up a little bit. You find it in the guidelines of what are the rules. Usually you don't have issues. I just want to say that there is a little risk there. So pay attention to which links you post. And then, of course, what YouTube does not like is that you send too many viewers from your video away towards this web page, and that stops the viewing session on your channel. But it's usually not that big of a deal, because if you have some affiliate links in there regularly, like what oftentimes creators do, like links to their gear that they use, the camera and the microphone, stuff like this, or gaming gear when it's a gaming channel. Not many really click it. And if you really promote a certain product on your channel and then make most of the viewers click that links because you really want to sell them something, then you don't do it for all the videos anyway, so every now and then. So I don't think that this is a big of a deal. So yeah, overall, don't stress it too much. Okay, I would say that's all for today. If you didn't have a chance to get a review today, first and foremost, I will do the same live stream in next year again, at least once. So I hope that you get a chance. But other than that, certainly with today's live stream, I think we had 8 different channels or even more that we looked at, plus the stream that was the exact same thing as this one today. I got another 8 different channels where I did the SEO for them. You find from the previous stream the timestamps in the description right away already. And in a few hours, I will have added timestamps for today's reviews. So you get a chance to revisit where I did the SEO for another channel that is similar to you, hopefully similar size to you, so that they get a better understanding how maybe in your niche specific special subtleties arise that you have to take care in your SEO. So I hope you get a practical example that you can helps you better understand how to do the SEO for yourself. And of course, the second link in the description are all the techniques that I used today in order to find the search terms that I found. So I hope this helps you to get your own SEO right. And of course, if you have any questions, leave me comments in the future. On other videos, I have a lot of SEO tutorials. I'm happy to respond there. So you get your questions answered and get your own SEO right and grow your channels with it. All right. Thank you very much for everyone who was there today. It was really fun to do that again. And hopefully see you soon. Cheers, my friends. And of course, happy holidays. Cheers.